Hi everyone, Sabrina with BeSmartee here. We are in Philly for MBA Annual, and we are asking some of our friends and partners how technology plays a role in the shifting dynamics of the current mortgage market. Let's see what they had to say.
Actually, mortgage technology has done a great job adapting to the shifting market, and some would say that it's been the conduit to change for the last 10 years. The lenders are the ones that need to adopt this technology, leverage it, and use it in this ever-changing market. What is imperative for mortgage technology to do now, though, is to make sure that the solution that they have is impactful for what is relevant right now. Why they might have a lot of cool features and functionality and different solutions for mortgage lenders. It's never been more imperative that they put the solution that they have that is most imperative and relevant to today's market front and center so that they can create impact in this mortgage industry.
As a content writer, I get asked this question a lot, like how does technology affect me in my space as a content writer? So ChatGPT, AI. But what I find interesting is that companies, especially in our industry, are very quick to go after the shiny object. And so they think, oh, this is the newest tech, I gotta have it, even if it's not the right tech for their company or the right tech for what they're trying to accomplish. And so I think 2024, a lot of mortgage companies need to really look at what tech is available, what tech they are using, and making sure that they aren't spending too much money on duplicative tech, or that they are adopting technology without having the right people in place to ensure the process is still good, that it's still efficient, and that it's still cost effective. And just really focus on marrying the technology that's out there with the people and finding that happy place, that middle place where it's technology and people, not technology or people. I know a lot of loan officers out there are thinking, am I going to get replaced by AI? Never, ever going to happen, because you need that human connection when you're doing something as important as buying a home. And our loan officers are the stewards of the financial decisions of their consumers, and technology can't do that. They can't be that voice of reason. They can't be that guiding hand. And so, don't be afraid of it. Make sure you're using it right, but don't forget about the people who need to be there to make sure that the technology is working.
So with the market changing and refi dropping close to zero, every lender is trying to learn more about getting better at purchase. And so there's been a good adaptation that works really well for NewZip, where lenders are really dialed in on improving their real estate process and how their real estate process hooks together with their mortgage process. And so technology connecting the two is something I see as a kind of a bright spot in an otherwise kind of dark market right now.
And one of the things that I'm really finding is that it's become so easy for customers to complete their own application online. It's really sort of changed the nature of how applications are taken, and really made it much easier for customers to complete their own information and help their loan officers get information. Which I think has been very helpful. I think it does also raise some questions in the wholesale broker arena as to sort of who's doing what. Under RESPA, you need to do 5 out of 12 services. One of them is taking the application. But I think overall for consumers, this is a real plus and should also help lenders lower their costs.
In the current economic environment, I think a lot of counterparties involved, whether that's in secondary or primary markets, are really looking to streamline operations, and I think that's a huge key. Obviously in the secondary market, particular, data is validated and re-verified constantly over the life of the loan, and people are really looking for solutions to help save costs. And really streamline a lot of these operations. I think that's the biggest use case of technology right now is reduce costs in an environment where mortgage originations are not obviously at the peak.
One of the things I like to talk about, kind of like do a mortgage gospel about, is technology, right? I feel that 2023 is the last year that any company, any organization within all channels can go without integrating technology with their product or their services, or if they plan to be around for the future. Technology is playing a huge part in underwriting loans, collecting documentations, how our clients are just filling out an application. Everything is online, everything is digital. And the new wave of homeowners, right? They are all digital. They speak digital. So you've got to have an online application. You have to have online presence, social media presence, right? You have to have some kind of underwriting engine that'll spit you out a pre-approval, a pre-qualification in minutes to keep up with the high demand. And, you know, the way people absorb information nowadays is all virtual, is all digital. We no longer are the days where we go to the mailbox and flyers and we talk on the phone, even though I still do that. But technology is here, it's not going nowhere, and it's very much helping us move forward in this homeownership game. And you have to embrace it, pivot, adapt, whatever you want to use if you want to stay in the mortgage game. If not, they're gonna kick rocks with no socks. You're gonna be pieced out of the industry.
You know, we're here at MBA Annual, just wrapping up. It's Tuesday. I think we're all tired, but you know, we've had a cool message and a cool theme here. Is really setting up the new norm and what that looks like, both from a lender space and a vendor space, and how we're using technology today to adapt that. And ironically, you know, I joined the industry 7 years ago, and my first 5 years we were actually using faxing to get documents down, which is just a totally crazy archaic thing. And really since 2020, we've had this huge shift into the technology space where we're seeing, you know, all these different vendors and all these different lenders really adopting technology, getting not only their loan officers into their ecosystem, but as well as their client base into their ecosystem, and trying to value add as much as possible. And technology is really doing that at a very rapid pace today. We have things like AI, large language models that are coming out. And so everyone's trying to get, you know, first to the races on what we can do. And ironically, there's two things in the world that people hate more than anything. It's change and things remaining the same. And so the ones that are going to be adopting that change today, utilizing that technology, are going to be the ones that are going to be the thought leaders in the space as we look forward towards 2024 and the years beyond.
We're closing out MBA Annual 2023. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next show.